No, you cannot seek perfection. There is no way. If you try to seek perfection, you're going to be in such a predicament to where you got to focus on this thing, doing that thing, ripping and running. No, your brain's going to be scrambled. You can't focus. When you can't focus, you can't, stay on the path. When you can't stay on the path, that's when you start to kind of just mess up a little bit. So the reason I say that, you should always try to be the best and go hard, but like expecting perfection isn't going to work. Why do you think a lot of perfectionist people, or people who go to school and they don't get an A, they lose it? They can probably care less, but it's probably their parents. All right, I'm just saying, it's the parents. As long as you're making A's and B's in school, good. You can't be expecting to make a 100 on every test and exam. I haven't. I still passed. I still accomplished a lot in high school. So there's no, I would never stress myself out. It was to a point where as long as I got a good high GPA and passed the class, that's all that matters to me. So do not be stressed, because those are the same ones that do not take risks. Perfectionist people do not take a lot of risks because they're afraid that they will fail, or they're afraid that they're going to be a failure when they're not. It's just such a negative connotation, especially in parents. I feel like certain parents it could be of any culture, that are very, very strict and think you have to be perfect. I just know deep down that the parents are not perfect. I know you want the best for your child. If anything, the best for your child should be the way to teach them to be respectful, responsible, handle business, and take life serious in a way, and don't take anything for granted. That's really what you should be doing, as like a way, teaching your child this, that, and the other, the third. But to expect them to be perfect, no, because then they're not going to want to take risks. You shouldn't have your child feel like they can't make mistakes. As long as they pass, they pass. But that's on the school, related thing. In life, man, nothing's going to be perfect. Ever. Never, ever. You're going to have this thought out plan, and something's going to come up. Something's going to happen. Some obstacle. And you just got to figure out and only temporarily analyze it to where it's like, all right, now I know what I got to do. When you overanalyze, you kind of just, like I said, your mind is all over the place. You don't know what to do, what to believe. You have all these options, but you're just so conflicted on each option that you just end up not doing it. You end up not even taking the extra step or to restart the process. You're in this mental type of mindset where it's like, oh my God, what do I do? You start feeling like you're just frustrating, and your brain is just throbbing of just pain and ideas and just thinking too much, overthinking. You should always think, always analyze, take calculated risks, but don't expect perfection. Just don't. As long as you hit the Tony Stark on them, if you watch Marvel and Iron Man, as long as you learn from your mistakes, that's all you can control. Just learn from your mistakes. And especially when you start making new mistakes, man, that feels worse. Like, I just fixed this mistake. Now I gotta fix another one. Now I have two fixed. Now I'm doing okay. Now I got a third one. Oh my God, I just want to give up. I can understand that. That's a part of the journey. That's the whole point. You're supposed to lose every so often, so you never feel complacent. And it just shows how much you want it. That's why when you go after your goals, whether it be financially or whatnot, especially financially, you always want to make sure it's something you're going to go hard in, because life is already hard in itself in some way, shape, or form. Even if you come from money, when you come from money, you won't understand the value of, success. You're going to expect everything to be handed to you unless, here's the catch, your parents taught you the skills, right? The skills to get the money, the skills to pay the bills. If they just handed you everything, naturally you're going to feel like the world owes you everything, or the world owes you this. I'm always for make the world bend to your demands, but make it bend to your demands when you put in the work, when you put in the effort, when you sacrifice. That's when you want the world to bend to your demand and acknowledge you. But if you didn't put in any effort, you should not expect the world to just bend to your demand. No, all right? Do not expect that unless you really put in the time, the effort, consistency, and discipline. And yes, that's what you want, which also comes with freedom. And the finances is just the byproduct of it. It's just a resource tool. So do not expect perfection. You always want to make sure that you're going hard. You're going hard every day, hard in the paint, and doing what you got to do. Handle the business you got to handle. And in the long term, because we're always talking long term, You know, you got to be seeing long term, the next decade, 20 years, heck, 5 to 10 years. You know, I mean, that's more of a short term, but you get what I'm saying. You want to be able to just think and believe. I mean, believe you can do it. Envision every day, man. I'm telling you, the power of the mind. The mind is the strongest thing in your head. No amount of technology or AI, artificial intelligence, is going to take over the human mind. AI is just a resource at the end of the day. AI is gonna, you know, it's not gonna think about it. Like, you can make really good money doing a trade school or construction or anything like that. It's gonna take a longer time for AI to take over those jobs. Because let's think about it. Humans have to climb on buildings and scaffoldings to construct and to tear things. You know, it's going to take a while to get a gigantic AI, artificial intelligent robots, or some sort of artificial magnet or mechanism or you know, object to even get to those crazy high levels to even be able to functionally operate in adequately and accurately, you know, to not mess up the scaffolding and the buildings that humans usually put together. You know, it's gonna take time, you know, and that time's gonna fly by fast because time is never on our side. So make sure you do what you gotta do, all right? But that's the end of this video. I hope y'all enjoyed. I hope this resonated with y'all. Comment, like, subscribe, and comment down below any other future video recommendations you may want me to cover or you may want to see. And like I said, if this resonated with you, save it, internalize it, make sure you understand it. If you know someone who needs to see this video, you know someone who's always a Mr. or Mrs., which more likely is a Miss, you know, professional seeking type of person, send it to them. You know, that way they know that, like, they don't have to be perfect and they'll still be fine. They're still gonna be in good hands. Like Allstate, we're in good hands, all right? But like I said, that's the end of this video. Hope y'all enjoyed. Until next time, I'm gonna see y'all on the next one.